Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. This is Living to Learn. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day, out of your busy life to watch my video, to listen to what I have to say. And before we get started, I just want to say if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. That's if you enjoy the content. That's if you like what I'm putting out there on a weekly basis. Leave me a comment, hit the thumbs up, share the video with anyone you think might benefit from what I'm sharing today. Also, in the description of this video, there's my Instagram and TikTok handle at Live to Learn Coaching. There you can follow me for more content. It's also an opportunity for you to reach out to me directly. Do you have any suggestions for me? Do you want me to cover a certain topic? Do you want to know my opinion? Do you want me to share that on here? Do you have a constructive criticism to provide? I always love feedback. Do you want to pat me on the back and say I'm doing a good job? I appreciate that as well. Those are the opportunities there. TikTok, Instagram, where you can reach out to me directly. Also, in the description of the video, you have 3 opportunities to donate, to invest in this channel, to support this channel financially. Now, you don't have to do that, but it does help me continue to work. It does help me to continue to do this consistently. And I want to say thank you to those of you who have taken your support to that level. So let's get started. Today, we are finishing up our 3-part series on critical thinking, right? Why is critical thinking so important? Well, it's going to help. It's going to set us apart. It's going to help us set ourselves apart from most people. And it's not a knock on us as people. I'm a person as well. So I'm still human. I'm not a supreme being. But we all make choices, and we can choose to evaluate and take a look at our critical thinking skills and question them and wonder if we need to work on them, wonder if we should strengthen them, or we can just continue to go about our day, about our lives and say, hey, this is just the way I see things, and that's just the way it's going to be. I can't make that choice for you. What these videos are for, what this information is for, it's for those of us who are looking to get better, who are looking to improve. And so that's who this information is intended for. I mean, it's intended for anyone who's willing to listen and watch, but specifically, that's my target audience. Now, last week we talked about evaluating ideas, why that's important. It allows us to see beyond surface level, right? And this is especially important when it comes to, disagreements, when it comes to conflicting ideas, right? And I'll use this example because it's so prevalent today. When people have different political views and they're going head to head on social media. Now, I'm not saying you don't have a right to your opinion. What I am saying is that I think it's going to be more helpful for us, more advantageous for us to do a little bit more of a deep dive into what's really being said. And that's what I talked about last week, right? Getting to what is behind and what is beneath the thing, the idea that we can only see at surface level. And so this week I want to wrap it up, and I have 3 quick bullet points here that I want to share with you. And these things are, what they are is, it's kind of not, I don't want to say it's an end all. I mean, it's just, I think like most things, right? Critical thinking, we can really stretch it out. We can really, really dig into it and expand it as much as possible. But these are just 3 things that are not only going to be a direct result of our critical thinking skills and the improvement of those skills, but it's how they affect those around us. Because remember, whether we choose to be successful or not, that's our choice. Whatever we decide success looks like, that's our choice. But let's not fail to realize that whatever we choose, it's going to have effect. It's going to have an effect on others around us. So that's what these 3 things that I'm going to list, these 3 benefits of improved critical thinking and how they affect other people, how they pertain to those around us. So number 1, the first thing that having critical thinking, that getting better at strengthening our critical thinking skills is going to do, is it's going to allow us to be enhanced problem solvers. Critical thinking is going to help us resolve issues. And that is a skill that we really need to have today. We really need to be good at resolving issues. But it's also going to inspire others to approach problems with a thoughtful mindset as well. So again, I'm not just talking about how it's going to benefit us. Yes, it's going to benefit us because it's going to allow us to become enhanced problem solvers. But that indirect effect, right? That influence that it's going to have on those around us is that it's also going to inspire them to approach things in a like-minded fashion. And that's important because we need to be critical thinkers, especially those of us who are trying to, aspire to new things. We're trying to get better. We're trying to better ourselves. Critical thinking is important, and it's going to help us become enhanced problem solvers. We need more enhanced problem solvers today. We need more people who use critical thinking skills to resolve issues. Not just their opinion, not just our assumptions, not just our emotions, but critical thinking. And it's going to inspire other people. So number one, critical thinking is going to help us become enhanced problem solvers. Number two, and this is very important no matter where you're at, work, home, school, doesn't matter. It's going to improve, critical thinking is going to improve communication. Why? How does it do this? Well, critical thinking encourages clarity and precision in expressing ideas. To be as clear as possible. Now, this is very important. Again, I've shared this before in other videos. I'm drawing from my own experience. I'm drawing from what's in my mind, what's in my heart, what has influenced me. And I can't stress it enough. I took a class called Business Communications, and it was such a simple yet profound idea that when we are communicating, you have a communicator and you have a receiver. And as much as the communicator knows what they are trying to say, it's going to really depend on how the receiver accepts that message. So that gets me thinking how important it is for me to be clear, for me to be precise in expressing my ideas. When we communicate our thoughts logically and respectfully, again, critical thinking, it fosters open dialogue, okay? It encourages open dialogue. It sets the stage for open dialogue. And it helps people, it helps those around us. Remember, it's not just about us. It's going to help others around us feel heard and valued. That's going to strengthen relationships. That's going to strengthen collaborations. Work, school, home, doesn't matter where. Anytime that we are able to express our ideas, when we're able to communicate in a way that's going to allow people to feel like they're heard, right? Remember, the receiver, if the receiver's taking that message, they're thinking like, whoa, this is not just being told to me, it's being told for me. It's being told with me, right? Collaboration. Okay, now I feel valued. Now I'm seen. These are the results of critical thinking. Another reason why it's so important. Critical thinking is going to help us improve communication, okay? Very important. Third, last but not least, critical thinking is going to allow us, it's going to provide empowerment through insight. What do I mean by that? What does empowerment through insight mean? Again, this is not just about us, it's about those around us. When we model critical thinking, we empower those around us. How? We empower them by giving them permission to think for themselves because they're seeing us do that. They're seeing us evaluate ideas. They're seeing us getting to the bottom of things and really trying to figure things out, really trying to be as clear and as precise as we can in what it is that we are communicating. By encouraging them to question assumptions, right? Remember, we talked about that in the first video. We've got to question our assumptions. That is a hard thing to do. But by encouraging them to question assumptions and to evaluate situations, we help cultivate An environment where everyone feels confident to share their perspectives and contribute meaningfully. Now just think about that. Think about how important that is. Think about what that's going to say about you, what that's going to say about us, what that's going to lend to our credibility. That here we're practicing, we're putting into practice what we're learning. We're putting into practice our stronger, our more strengthened critical thinking skills. And now, just by that very practice, we are now modeling to other people what it looks like to cultivate, what it looks like to evaluate, what it looks like to share, and to know that your perspective, to know that your point of view is meaningful, that it's valuable, and that it deserves to be told. It deserves to be expressed. So let me run down the line real quick one last time. Three things that are a benefit of critical thinking. Number one, enhanced problem solvers. That's what we become. When you become the better at critical thinking that you are, the better problem solving, the better at resolving issues we become. So we become enhanced problem solvers. Number two, we see our communication improved. We are now being precise. We are being clear. We are being clear. I meant to say clarity, but I said clear. We're being clear and precise with expressing our ideas. Okay, so people feel like they're heard. They feel like they're present because we're not just talking at them. We're not just talking to them. We're talking alongside them. We're bringing them into it. We're collaborating. Okay. So second thing, critical thinking is going to help us improve our communication. Last but not least, it's going to provide empowerment through insight. Why? Because people are going to be encouraged to start doing what we are modeling, right? We're questioning our assumptions. They're going to start questioning their assumptions. We're trying to evaluate situations carefully. They're going to try to start to evaluate situations more clearly. Now, is this going to save everybody? Is it going to have the same effect on everyone? Of course not. But for those who need, and this is a principle of my channel. This is a core foundational value in this channel, that we may not fix everyone. We may not have an influence on every single person, but there are going to be people who need to see us model these things, because they might have seen it modeled 1,000 times, but until they see you do it the way that you do it, it's not going to make sense. But watch them watch you. Watch them watch us, and all of a sudden it clicks. All of a sudden, that light bulb goes on. And for me, that's success. For me, that's achievement. For me, that's important. And so I hope that you've enjoyed this series. I hope that you've enjoyed this video today. Share it with anyone you like. And thanks again for watching. Have a great day.